I'm going to do everything in my power to be mature about this video. And I've got to turn off my phone because I am not in a good mood right now. Not the best way to do a video, especially when you try to be professional on your own channel. I'm not perfect, but I try my best to be professional. I try to do whatever I can to be respectful. But I can't hold this back any longer. Oh, by the way, it's me, Scott. That guy that you occasionally stumble across here on YouTube. I'm gonna give you a little heads up right now. As of right now, I will no longer share, represent, review, purchase, have anything to do with a massively produced company that makes masks. I think you know who I'm talking about. That's right, the company Trick or Treat Studios, or otherwise known as ToTS. I am speaking my opinion here, my opinion only. My experiences only. Now, granted, there are a lot of people who are pretty much feeling the same way, or they're having their own experiences. But trust me, this is getting out of hand. And I'm going to try my best to be as calm, cool, and collective as I possibly can about it. Okay, let's see, where should I start? Okay, I did something that's hard on a YouTuber. I removed probably, I don't know, half a dozen, if not more. Give or take, doesn't matter. I deleted these videos from my channel here, and it was where I reviewed products from Trick or Treat Studios. And the reason why that hurts, selfishly, is there was a lot of views on those. And I gave a lot of respect for the people that are obviously part of Trick or Treat Studios during those videos. Why? And I'm sorry if you're hearing that click, it's my tea. Well, it's because I felt I had a responsibility for individuals that are coming along into this hobby. And not just that, I was doing everything I could. And I will try to find a way somewhere down the road to do that again. But I was trying to do everything I could back then to bring this hobby back for every single one of us to enjoy. From veterans to the newbies. And newbies, don't take that word bad. You got to start somewhere, and it's just, you know, it is what it is. From rookies, we all started at one point, okay? Now, granted, there's guys that have been collecting longer than I have that have an outstanding knowledge on this hobby, more than I do. But you know, it's because they love it. They've been in, like I said, they've been into it a long. So they're naturally, when you know it as well as I do, when you find something that you love, that you're passionate about, things are going to come to you much easier than algebra, for an example. But if you've already noticed, if you just got into this hobby and it's been like, say, 6 months, you probably know more now than you did 6 months ago. So I'm going to try everything I can to be as honest with you as I possibly can, like I have from every video, except for one recently that I was actually BSing myself, and I'll get into that in a moment. So as I was stating, when I started this channel, well, technically speaking, when I started reviewing, and it was a Trick or Treat Studios mask, it was an Elrod mask. And that's kind of what got my, thing going here on my YouTube channel. I discovered a niche. I discovered what was working for me here on YouTube. So I continued with that. I'm like, okay, I'm taking the best of both worlds. I love creating video content. I love editing videos. It's something that's been a passion of mine longer than collecting masks, even when I used to collect back when it was great. And I'll try to get into that too. So anyways, like I said, I found my niche. I was having a ball. I was doing these unboxings. I was trying to spread the love to everyone out there from different independent artists, even with Trick or Treat Studios, because they have had masks that I've actually enjoyed quite a bit. If you go to the website now, they've got incredibly well photoshopped images of masks that look great. And even when you go, if you're fortunate enough, especially this time of year, with party sources, Halloween or Spirit Halloweens, and I'm fortunate where I live, there's a place that's open all year round, where I get to see a lot of Trick or Treat Studios masks in person, and they look phenomenal. But unfortunately, with what we're dealing with right now, and what my rant's about, it's just not, as they say, it's not fair. And it's not. It's not right. But it is what it is, I guess, because there's really not much you can do about it. Maybe there is. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know everything when it comes to whole legal aspects. But I know as an artist, and I do consider myself to be a creative artist, what's going on right now, I fear is going to ruin this hobby. Especially if you're a huge fan of the Halloween franchise. Now, what I mean by that, if you're not quite sure what I'm saying or what I'm getting into, you owe it to yourself to look into the source, to do some of your own research, okay? Because I'm not the only one. In fact, the one place that you could probably find the most information is on the Meyer/net or whatever, and I'll leave a link in the description box. Most of you right now know what I'm talking about, but there's some of you out there that maybe you've been kind of hearing things you're not quite sure. In fact, there's even videos here on YouTube where the CEO talks about how it's like a 3-minute video or a minute 30, I don't know. It's a short video, how he discusses, and you'll see in it, there's the mask that they used in the new Halloween movie, 2018. It's in a glass or acrylic box with another mask. And it's what they used, like I said, in the movie. And then they have a model wearing a 2018 mask. And he goes over basically discussing how we, the consumer, are going to receive a mask that when we purchase it, either online or at the retail stores, that it's going to look just like the one that was in the movie. Now think about this. If you look around, especially through Facebook, you see all these different 2018s. They look a little different. They looked a little tweaked. They looked a little retooled. It's taking actual individuals that have to really refinish it themselves to make it look decent. Now I want to make sure I make that very clear. You have independent artists that can either sculpt and make masks, or you have individuals that can make masks. And then you have individuals that can paint, refinish, refine. It's kind of like, for an example, a body shop. You have guys that can do auto body work, and you have guys that can do incredible paint work on cars. At least it was back in the day. Just like this hobby was incredible like cars were back in the day. But I have been noticing a lot of untruths here from my own eyes, from listening to other people's experiences. Folks, we're not in good shape because we're getting BS'd about what's going on right now with that, and we're going to be screwed. In other words, if you're a huge fan of the Halloween franchise, and when it comes to getting what you want, what you're looking for, because I get a lot of you out there that are messaging me, asking me those questions, whether it's on Instagram or Messenger, asking me my opinions on who do I think makes the best H1, who makes one that's more accurate, okay? I get that question a lot, even here on YouTube. So I feel that I owe it to you guys, even though I pretty much took away, as a YouTuber, selfishly, a ton of views. And I may lose a lot of subscribers after this video. But you know what? I'm not going to lie to you guys, just like I haven't lied to you in the beginning, except for one video that I did recently. I lied to myself, therefore I lied to you guys. That comparison video, where I had an independent mask in one hand, later as the video progressed, and then I had, obviously, a massively produced mask from Trick or Treat Studios of 2018. a friend of mine sent me his mask. He wanted me to see it. He was also curious to see how different it looked from what I had in this whole past month. People love that mask. And then there's others that, chances are they're probably friends of you-know-who. But anyways, the reason why I say I lied to you, because I lied to myself. Honestly, as I was looking at that mask, I wanted to give it a fair shot. But honestly, what was the very first thing that popped into my head when I looked at it because of the colorization on it? I'm sorry, folks, but I'm telling you right now, that mask looked like government cheese to me. I wasn't impressed. And if that's what we're supposed to see in the theater, then the other mask that I had in my hand, I was so much more happy with that one. It wasn't mine. I never bought it. It was for, I had a raffle contest. You know what was going on. I'm sorry, I never wanted to do this type of video. I just never wanted to. It's been my goal to have this channel of mine to progress to where I could continuously create video content. That's been my goal, to mature, to grow, to advance, to share my experiences, to give you guys the best possible information that I can. And I'm trying, and then as I thought about it, I'm trying to do that right now. Now look, I'm not going to tell any of you out there to stop buying masks from this company or this company, from that artist, from that artist. You have a right to make that decision on your own. All I ask is, do your homework, do your research, ask around. As I tell others, if you want to be a truck driver, the best place to learn about being a truck driver, go to a truck stop. Ask a truck driver, what is it like to be a truck driver? That's the best way to find out how to be a truck driver. If you're getting into this hobby and you've been kind of hearing certain things about this and that, ask around. Do your research, do your homework. Dear Lord, you're watching YouTube right now. It's the second largest search engine is right up there in that search bar, is right here. Right behind their owner, Google. So you're going to find a lot of information here from other YouTubers that's done the reviews, and they may have liked their masks. Like I said, masks that I purchased in the past from Trick or Treat Studios, I was very respectful. There was a lot of them that I liked. But when it's come to what's going on right now, no, absolutely not. I will not have anything to do with this company anymore. Now I know there are going to be plenty of you out there that are going to disagree, that you're going to have your own opinions, your own values, and that's fine. But all I ask, that every single one of you try to be a little respectful about what's going on here. Listen, you may not agree, but listen to each other. Because if we want this hobby to continue to progress, if we want this hobby to be anything like it was in the past, if you want to respect, if you even want to support your local independent artist, then you need to understand what's going on now. Because I'm telling you, if this continues, if these greedy corporate you-know-what take over the image of Michael Myers, it's going to be harder and harder. Now, sure, there's going to be some underground issues going on. There's going to be underground sellings going on. There always will be. There's no doubt about it. But trust me, it's quite obvious that it's not, to be fair, it's not just Trick or Treat Studios. It's other companies that's invested in the Trick or Treat Studios as well, that's giving them more power, that's giving them more leverage, because they have the legal rights. They do. They have the legal rights to that name. They paid for it. But if you're going to pay for it, and if you're friends, or if you're employees at Trick or Treat Studios, or if you're the CEO, even though you're not supposed to be on my channel, if you're going to pay for those licenses, and if you're going to sell us this image of Michael Myers, then damn it, at least produce something that's worth selling. Make us proud of who you are. Make us change our minds. I do not want to spend $60 on what you consider to be Michael Myers. I would rather spend 3 times that amount of money from an artist that can actually create an image, a mask that looks like Michael Myers. And I should have the right, just like everyone else in this hobby, should have a right to purchase whoever they want to purchase from, whether it be you at ToTS or any other major massive retail company. But if I want to choose to buy from this person or that person, then that should be my right. You don't come on my YouTube channel when I express my opinion saying that you're pretty much monopolizing it, and then you have to say it's licensing. Threaten to rob my own home because I apparently robbed you. You know what I'm talking about if you're watching this right now. I've been very cool, and I haven't ranted about that, but I'm ranting about it now because I'm pissed and I'm upset, and I have every right to feel this way as someone who's been passionate about that film when it came out. When I was a little kid, when I was 10 years old, 2 years later, I still wanted to find that mask. I didn't really understand it, and here it was the whole time in a store in my neighborhood. I was a little kid, for Pete's sake. As I got older, I still wanted that mask. It was hard to find. We didn't have the internet like we do now. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. I'm trying everything I can right now to hold my composure. And I know you guys are not used to seeing me like this. I felt like I owed it to you guys, and I owed it to myself to get this off my chest. But seriously, do your homework, do your research. I'll leave the links down below. I'm not saying any names to protect the independent artists who I will always support. And I'm not going to say any names for my friends because I'm not going to throw them into the fire. They don't deserve it. All I ask of that company, if they ever want me back as a customer again, and I seriously doubt it'll happen because I do not respect how things are going. I understand the licensing. I get it. I got it. Who cares? It's just a cord that fell. It's piss too. But if you're going to sell an image, if you're going to put a stamp on it and says, this is the licensed Michael Myers, then damn it, make it look like it at least. You supposedly have sculptor artists there that can do it. Then make it look right. Hell, look at it this way. If it actually looks like Michael Myers, you might be able to sell it for a couple extra bucks. You're already robbing them on Amazon now as it is. Well, you know what, folks? I'm going to shut up. Because I'm finding myself getting more upset, and it just ain't worth it. Life is too damn short to be this pissed off over latex. Because I've got to think about what's going to happen down the road for me here, my content, because I love doing this. You guys know that by now. Maybe the next video I'll feel a lot better. Who knows? I've said it enough. Go do your homework. Think about what you're doing when you're going to spend that $60 or $300. It's your choice. You make that decision. Maybe I'll see you soon. Who knows? I might get sued for expressing my opinions.